Spoilers ahead for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 6, Stone Ocean, Episodes 7 and 8.
Part 6. Okay, you had me so confused.
Sorry.
I thought you were saying we were doing Episode 6 now. I'm like, no, we're doing even numbers. It's Episode 7.
Yes. This is
But
Episode
no,
7.
it's Part 6, which really should be Season 6, or if you're British, Series 6. No one says Part 6 for the season. No, fuck off.
So this is why it's all fucked up, because Season 1 was Parts 1 and 2 of JoJo's. That's why everything is fucked up. So this is technically Season 5, but it's Part 6 of JoJo's, because it's the 6th JoJo.
So
Anyways.
Episode 7 opens with them explaining shit we already knew.
Oh my fucking god.
Did anyone not know the disc contained memories and powers? This one is for the people who are texting during the show. And then two guys are like running away from a monster. They're trying to close the door and then their arms come off. I don't know why that happens. It's not related to the rest of his powers at all. And then he gets eaten by Venom.
My first note on this is Jolene is awesome. Aramis sucks. I cannot stand her sidekick. She's getting real big in this show too. Like the weird yelling she does. Yep.
Like a really ineffective She-Hulk.
Yep, and just the deepest voice. Just the deepest female voice. It's like this is really hard. We raved about the first 5 episodes of this, and ever since Aramis came back, holy shit, has this taken a dive. The whole premise of this episode is they need volunteers from the prison to go to this farm and search for the people that were eaten in the beginning.
Yeah, so they're looking for the 2 guys that were disarmed. But like Jolene knows from the memory she read that in this area are the discs that where she thinks the discs are to save her dad.
Yes.
So she's like, well, I need to go, so I'm going to volunteer. And then her tag-along also volunteers because I guess they're a team now.
Yeah, just forcibly.
So Hermes also comes along, which
sucks.
Yeah, I just instead of doing a rundown, I'm just gonna first off say I like the premise of the movies. I like the powers. I like the villains. Jolene is a decent main character, but Hermes is. I wouldn't mind her if she wasn't half the show. She was literally half the show the last 2 in episodes 7 and 8.
She was the entirety of episode 6 and half of 7 and 8.
Yeah,
terrible.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, they need to get that disc back and save her dad so he can smack this bitch.
Yeah,
but like
more JoJo, yeah. Papa Joe would water her down a bit because she's real annoying.
The only thing I have is that we found out in this episode that using the string hollows her out, so like her organs and stuff are in the strands because a punch goes through her, but she's hollow now.
Yes, originally we see when she uses the string when she cut that guy's ear off in the first or second episode. It was peeling her skin away, but this goes all the way through her system now, her stand. This episode is very, very annoying. So they have all wrist bombs, so the prisoner can't run away. They have to stay within 50 yards of the guy, like the prison guard.
Or the wrist explodes, yeah. And he just gets on a 4-wheeler and starts driving away.
Yeah. There's a lot of standing around in this episode describing what's happening. And they do this thing where it's like, oh, this is an action scene. Like if you saw Goku teleporting to do a Kamehameha, except everyone's just standing around explaining stuff. This is a boring episode 2 out of 3, so 2 out of 6 so far. There is a point here, and I sarcastically typed out a bunch of notes, and I don't have much on this episode other than being annoyed with the explanations. And Aramis going, Jolene, there are 6 of us. But the guard, when we all volunteered, said there were 5 of us. So now there are 6 of us. But I think there were supposed to be 5 of us. Which one of us is real? And it's like,
wait, how many were there to begin with? Was it 6?
Yeah. Who is a fake person that doesn't have the 6th person the guard originally discussed during the volunteering? Why are there 6 of us?
Yeah,
that
so
goes on.
They never explain where the extra wristband comes from because like the water monster isn't doing that stuff, like doesn't duplicate items.
Right. Allegedly, the water monster was just taking over people's body that the water monster killed. However, where did the extra body come from? We spent 10 minutes talking about this, but nobody ever figures it out, and we just pass it. And then they do another thing where it's like the guy's driving off again. He's driving on his little scooter thing into the water. And they go, "Why is my wrist beeping?" I don't know. Maybe it's because he's driving away. It's
But why is
such a
it beeping?
yeah.
While he drives away from us.
And she's getting pulled away slowly by the water monster. Why is my cuff beeping? It's like, I can't fucking take this. What is happening? Yeah, and after 22 minutes of standing around talking about what's happening, Jolene fights the water monster a little bit, and that's where we get the water monster punches her in the stomach and hand goes through, but since she used so much thread to run across the water, he just punched through nothing. So it's just a woman with a deep voice screaming for 22 minutes. Episode. Want to move on to 8? Sorry to be so negative about this. It was just so goddamn boring.
Yeah. The action was Hermes just yelling.
Yeah.
Everything else was very off screen. Like they had some good like string stuff, but like all the actions with Hermes sticker power happens like retroactively. Like she's getting dragged down the hill, and like turns out yesterday I put a sticker on that shovel. So much stuff happens off screen, and everything that's on screen is just really boring talking.
Yep.
The show isn't well written enough to lean on dialogue.
And there's more standing around in this. We find out that the water monster is controlling 3 of the 5 of the 6 people because Jolene just starts punching them, and it turns out the water monster is controlling them all. But we still don't know why there was extra people that we were yelling about for 3.5 minutes last episode. More standing around and talking. One thing I did want to say is last time we talked about this, I asked if the guy who was stealing all the CDs was going to be selling them out of the trunk of a car. Turns out it was a trunk of a tractor.
This is his backup. Like, it wasn't even like a real list of things. It was his backups.
So he's going to be like an all-for-one situation where he's like distributing powers to people.
To try to explain something previously to me, why did the janitor know where all those CDs were? Because he wasn't being like, the janitor didn't just stumble upon them and then get gifted a CD. Like the guy tracked him down and gave him one because he was suicidal. But like I don't remember why the janitor was in the barn and saw the CDs. I'm not going to go back and rewatch it.
No. They dropped all the CDs all over the floor at one point. So Water Monster loses the battle to Jolene, and now they're going to be friends. And the Water Monster is going to occupy one of the dead people's bodies permanently, even though her fingers are falling off.
So how are they guarding the CDs? They don't really like the CDs had to be guarded by the monster for whatever reason.
Yes, and now the monster's coming to prison with them. So they dropped all the CDs all over the floor.
The monster that has all the memories but doesn't know how a cup works.
Yeah, or CDs, because they dropped them all over the floor willy-nilly. And those fuckers, some of the memories and part of the stands aren't going to work because you just scratched up the fucking CDs. Oh, I can't do it. Why is everything explained in such horribly boring and meticulous fashion in these 2 episodes? They can try and yell as much as they want to make it sound exciting, but it's just not.
Yeah, I don't know if he didn't have enough material or if this is like how the show is. Because I mean, honestly, the first season is also like that. And like things are getting explained to us.
Oh God.
But like now, the difference now is that it's being done in Orange is the New Black instead of British is the new British. I'm not sure if I want to watch, like, I don't think I want to watch any more of this.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, my question to you at the end of this is, do we move on to another series? Do we stick around and finish it out? Because technically we'd only have 9 and 10 and 11 and 12 left. Are we completionists? Do we not give a shit? You know.
Well, because you said season 3 is pretty good, right?
Yes.
Part 3?
Stardust Crusaders, yes.
Okay, so if we're doing that, then one more, we're going to do one more thing. We're going to cap ourselves at 10 minutes of bitching about it. We'll finish the season. We'll finish this season. We're going to cap ourselves to 10 minutes of complaining. If we talk, by the time I edit it down to 10 minutes. This is our promise. We're not going to complain for more than 10 minutes more about this. And then we'll go on to season 3 and see if I agree with you that it's good.
Yeah, and Jotaro Kujo, the guy whose CD was taken, is the main character, and he's cool. Let us know what you think about JoJo Stone Ocean. Do you have a different opinion? Do you actually like how this is played out? Because if you remember, Jeremy and I haven't seen much of the other series, much of the rest of the series. We've seen season 1. You know, maybe you like it. Let us know in the comments. Give us a like, all that stuff, and we
Yeah,
will.
if you're a fan of the show, and there are a lot of fans of the show, it's a pretty popular show.
Oh yeah.
Let us know if the explanations they give to you are like informative.
Yeah.
Are you like, wow, I didn't?
Yeah, let us know what you like about it. If you're a fan of the show, why? You know, like we started off, we really liked it in the beginning, and now we're falling off. You know, if you have a different opinion, let us know down below.